Two people was checking. And I gotta wait for it to come up on my phone and keep up with the chats. There we go. Alright. Two people was checking. Oh, don't need no echo. Get up here, come on. Sit down. Oh, I'm behind. I gotta catch up. Hold on, man. I gotta catch my feet up. Why am I? Huh, I hit through. Hold on, man. Having wardrobe malfunction? Nah. Operator trouble. There we go. Now I should be back. Trying to get my phone to where it's live. See him. Jimmy, what's up, Jim Spencer? How are you doing tonight? John Esper, hello. Hey, buddy. Thanks for coming in. The Wolf Pack. Hey, how are you, the Wolf Pack? Thanks for coming in tonight. John Esper, you need to start doing a live feed on Sunday nights. Why is that? How come you want me to do it on Sunday nights? Fred and Connie, hey, how y'all doing? Fred, how are you doing? You any better as far as your soreness or anything? Still a little sore? I know you just got out of the surgery and everything here a few days ago. Let me know how you're doing, if you don't mind. Leslie. Hey, Leslie. Thanks for coming in. Let's see. Wife of Mount Folks saying, hey to Jim Spencer. Dry Creek Home Collections. Hey, Rob Denise. Thanks for coming in. Jim says, life of Mount Folk. Hello, Fred and Connie. Hope you're feeling better, Fred. Fred saying hello to the Wolf Pack and Leslie. And Leslie saying hi to Fred and Connie. I figured that was what it was, John. So nobody have to watch Yits. Robin and Denise is saying hey to Leslie. The Harvey Five saying hey to Rob Denise, and Fred saying taking it day by day. Yeah, I mean I hear you on that. I don't blame you. What are you doing laying down there? I keep that. Come here, get up here. Get up here. Come on. They want to see you too. Come here. Come here. Come on. Get up here. Get up here. Yeah, you better get up here. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. You gonna get me behind in chat? Come on. Come here. You come here. Come here. Come here. You want to play is all it is. Yeah. You want to play. You're wanting to play. Yes, you are. You're wanting to play. I know you want to play. Let's see. Fred says, hey to Dry Creek Home Collections. So I'm caught up at the moment. I noticed it don't let me I mean YouTube's changed their darn outlook on this. Leslie's asking Fred if it's his gallbladder. I believe that's right, Leslie. Dry Creek Home Collections High Life of Mountain Folk, sorry, was finally finishing up supper. And then Fred saying, yes, it is. That's right, Leslie. But anyhow, Gary, what's up, Gary? How are you? My phone's just a little bit behind, and I don't know why it ain't. I mean, I'm hitting that little live button, but it ain't moving the red thing over all the way. But I don't think I think it's only like 5 seconds or something. Leslie says I had mine out when I was about 20. I still got all my body parts. I still got all my body parts and stuff. Uh, Everybody but me and my cousin, yeah, their gallbladder's gone, and whatever else. uh, Dry Creek saying hi to Gary. You finally gonna sit up? You gonna finally sit up where everybody can see you? Huh? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Cause it's been a week since I've done a live. Or get, well, it's been longer than that. I get. Well, no, it's Friday night. We went live, but I didn't have Tutu with me, so it's been over a week since they've seen you. Oh, hey James, how's James doing? Thanks for coming in, bud. Uh, Everybody saying hey to everybody. John Esper saying good evening to everybody. Uh, Leslie says I'm missing my few Enzies parts, and I have a titanium ankle. Really, I did not know that, May. Well, thanks for sharing. I did not know you had a titanium ankle. Did not know that. Jimmy says, Jeff and Tootsie, I'm working tonight till midnight. I'll be in and out. Okay, okay, Jimmy, that's fine. I mean, I understand that. I know Joshy told y'all on his live that I'd be going live tonight, or planning on it, and of course I did. I usually try to go around 7:30, and I mean, whether he comes in or not, if he does, or I might text him here after a while. He mentioned something about wanting to go live again tonight, and I know why from listening to his live chat on the way home today. So I won't be on here too long. That way, if he wants to go live, y'all will be able to do your thing y'all are talking about, if that's what y'all are planning. Let's see. Dry Creek saying hi to John Esper. John saying hey back to them. James says I just got in, had dinner, just wanted to check in. Had Dry Creek, or he's saying hey to Dry Creek and hey to Fred and to everybody. Fred and Connie saying hello to James. Larry, what's up, buddy? Hey, Larry. Leslie says I broke my ankle on all three bones a few years ago. Now my ankle is held together with 2 plates and 9 screws. Bless your heart. Do you still can you still feel the pins, the screws, all that, or the plate? I mean, I guess you can by hand, but I'm talking about when you walk. Do you feel it? Does it feel any different? I mean, I don't know. See, I've never had a broken bone either. Knock on wood. Knock on wood. Fred says, got it at the Harvey 5. Dry Creek saying hey to Larry. Gary saying hey to everybody. Fred says hello to Larry and Gary. And Larry saying hey to Dry Creek. And Larry saying hey to Fred. But yeah, I'm just curious if you can feel that, Leslie. Let's see, Dry Creek Home Clerk always joke that if you look at me sideways, I'll fall down, Leslie. But it's not really a joke. I will do it. Denise tickles the heck out of me. She was telling some good stories the other night when we was all together. Let's see. John says I didn't catch Jaws live feed today. I was at work. Yeah, he went live on the way home, and of course I was on my way home too. And he just chit chatted with everybody and stuff, and told his Thanksgiving Day plans and stuff like that. Nothing real crazy like it normally gets when we let it. See, Leslie says it aches a little if I walk a lot or it gets really cold. I do pretty darn good though. Usually nobody even knows. Yeah, no. If you hadn't said nothing tonight, I'd have never known that. I'm because I've met you enough times, I would have never guessed that. Leslie's laughing. Uh, Leslie says I was watching Jeff's Vacation Station TV's video the other night and realized I just love Denise. She's my kind of girl. Oh yeah, yeah. I can't wait. Let's see. Now I know you hadn't met Tommy and Teresa, but y'all met Rob and Denise in person. I'm telling that right. Isn't that right? Yeah, well, yeah, we was all together. Yeah, duh, at the goat coaster. That's when. Never mind. Forget that. uh, James says, "What did y'all do for Halloween?" I was at the campground. See, Friday night I went live at the goat coaster with Dry Creek Home Collections, and Joshy was there, but he didn't go live. And then of course Vacation Station TV with Jeff. Done that Friday night. Then Saturday, all day and night, I was at the campground because that's when they done their Halloween event. So I was there for all that. But now, as far as yesterday, Halloween itself, I pretty much was on the road about all day. I got stuck in the construction that they started on Interstate 40, and it was a major backup, and it took me forever to get home. And then, of course, I dropped the golf cart off and just, pretty much come inside to use the bathroom real quick and back in the car I got and got back over in half the time that it took me to come home. But that's what I did as far as on Halloween. Well, then Josh came by the camper last night, and me and him chit-chatted for a good little while. And then, of course, we parted ways because we had to get up this morning to come home. Dry Creek says, "Oh Lord, what did I do or say, Leslie?" Leslie says, "Yep, you're right." Leslie says, "Just being yourself, Denise." Yeah, I know. Yeah, Denise. Yeah, what you see with Denise is what you get, and I can promise you that. I was just with them again 2 days ago. They're the same on camera as they are off camera. Everybody that I know in here is like that. Paul Collin, what's up, buddy? That's Vacation Station TV's first subscriber. It was Paul Collin. I appreciate you coming in here. Dry Creek saying they love Leslie. Fred says hello to Paul. Gary says, "Do you take your golf cart anywhere other than the Smokies?" No, but it's only because that's where I bought it, was just right up from the campground, and it's only seen North Carolina twice now, because when I had to come back in October at the first, and then of course it went back with me last week when I went over for Halloween. That's the only 2 places it's, other than riding around in my neighborhood here with it. That's the only 2 places it's been. I thought about taking it to the beach, but it's too nice right now and was a little pricey. And I know if I take it to the beach, that salty air and sand and whatever else, it'll just, I'm not ready to put it through that yet, because I know that salty air is just hard on metal and steel and whatever else. I don't want to. I told my brother, I said, let me get some age on it first. Let me get it, broken in. Larry says, every time I watch your live stream, I want that phone behind you to ring. Yeah, no, it won't ring. It won't ring now. I done away with my landline long time ago. Of course, I know some of y'all have already heard that story. But yeah, I done away with the landline a long time ago. Cindy Lou Who, hey, says, "Hey Jeff, just got home." That's cool. Thanks for coming in. Paul saying, "Howdy, friend. God bless you all." Dry Creek Home Collections. It could be just like another live stream, Larry. Or it could be just like on another live stream, Larry. PB on the go. Hey, How are you? Thanks for coming in, PB. Larry says, laughing at Dry Creek. Fred says, hello to Cindy and the PB. James says, yes, I like the real people. I like when Dry Creek did some lives with the Rod Run. Of course, Jeff did his. It's a good group of people on your channel, on Jeff's, on Joshy and Stacy's, and TME TV. That's right. That's right. I mean, that's pretty much uh, as far as when we're all sort of together, you know. And of course, the Harvey Five, they're in there too. As far as James, the Harvey Fives on all them live channels that you just mentioned, and but the Harvey Five hadn't met T and me TV in person yet. They hadn't got to meet them in person, and we're hoping that that's going to happen soon. That's what we're hoping. Uh, let's see. Cindy saying hey to Fred. Dry Creek saying hi to PB and Cindy. PB saying hello to Life of Mountain Folk and Cindy and Dry Creek. Dry Creek saying, thanks, James. And Cindy saying howdy to Dry Creek. PB saying hey to Larry. Larry saying hey to PB. John Esper, I saw bits and pieces of Joshy's life from today. It's a lot like watching all three you go live at the same time from the goat coaster. Yeah, I mean, you know, Joshy didn't want to do it because he's like how the rest of us felt too. You know, we know that's Jeff, Vacation Station TV's. You know, that's his spot. That's his shindig. That's his thing. But he insisted on all of us to do it. And I think everybody had a good time. I mean, yeah, you was having to flip back and forth, or if you was on a computer like Fred was, he had us all on one screen, just three different windows. But I know it's still hard to keep up with what everybody's saying and doing, and I get that and stuff. But I think, as far as I know, though, I think we all still had a good time. Uh, and you know, like with Joshy not going live, I know he was getting to talk to everybody more than if he'd have been live himself. But like I said, though, we all had a real good time. I mean, it was fun. Let's see. James says, yeah, I was going to mention about that phone behind you. I have one in my garage that I think's mid 70s unit. When we had the house built and wired, we hung that thing on the garage wall. It's so cool. Yeah, I mean, I appreciate that. I've had some compliment or some comments about that phone because I know it's not one of the old ones. Um, I do have one of the old ones, but it's not like mine personally. It's the family's. We've still got my grandmother's on my dad's side, not the one that just passed away, but on my dad's side. Um, their parents had the kind where you cranked the handle and took the thing off and talked into it, or put it up to the ear and talked into the other thing. We still got one of those. That's the old ones. Cindy saying hey to Larry. PB saying hey to John. Leslie saying hi to PB. PB on the go saying hello, James. Larry saying hey to Cindy. How are you doing? John saying I have yet to meet all you guys in person. The only people I have been fortunate to meet in person is Jeff and Miss Marie, and I get that too, John, because that's who I first met for the longest time. Because everybody's got different schedules, but with Jeff and Miss Marie, they live there. Kind of where they're going to be, and pretty much can plan around it to where it's easy to meet them now, especially. Used to back in the day, he'd set up meet and greets, and that was the only way you could meet him or even meet both of them. But he's, got it worked out now to where he's got a place to where he knows he can feel safe, and now he just tells anybody and everybody to come meet him, and he doesn't care. And I mean, he likes it. But I'm sure we'll all eventually be there sometime or another where we're all meeting other people. Because I mean, we've had that already happen one time with the thing that Jeff from Vacation Station TV set up with the putt-putting and then going to get ice cream afterwards. I met quite a few new ones that night that I hadn't met in person. I knew who they were video wise and YouTube channel wise, just hadn't met them in person. That was a fun night though. It really was. Let's see. PB on the go. So Jeff, are you done camping for the winter in Pigeon Forge? Yeah, I'm done camping. Period. I guess. I mean, I could go south with it, go to like Destin or somewhere down in Florida with it, but I really don't care to drive that far right now. I know one of these days I'll probably do it, but it's pretty much. I mean, it's not. There's nothing I had to winterize uh, this year. I hadn't got it completely put up yet because I'm gonna drag it back after I get some stuff done here around the house. I'm gonna drag it back out. I'm gonna wash it real good, get the inside cleaned out, and then I'll cover it, or I'll put it up on floor jacks and then cover it, and then it'll be done. But as far as winterizing it, I don't have to do that because I didn't never hook the water to it or anything. I made me a little system there to where I'm just pretty much using the water hose, which is the same aspect, filtering it that way, and that's what I'm using to clean up with and everything else. I mean, I've got it to where I've made it a little bit even easier on me as far where I can enjoy without having to sit there and clean up so much. I can pretty much cook, eat, clean, and be done in no time. That's just how I am. And that's the reason I got that type of camper because I knew it was going to be easy on me. Let's see. Cindy saying, okay, Larry, and you is asking how each other were. Larry says, we're doing good, Cindy, just eating dinner. Thank God for DoorDash. Oh, Larry's went and got some DoorDash today. He had DoorDash bring it to him. And Cindy says, hey to Harvey 5, how's Leslie? James is saying, hey, PB on the go. I'm sorry my eyes are getting tired. It was long past few days. Yeah, I mean, if you need to hop off, James, that's fine. I mean, I understand because, I mean, it's only Tuesday. I know everybody hates going back to work on Mondays, and Tuesdays ain't much better. It's usually after Wednesdays when, you'll get a little bit more pep in your step. Trust me. I've been there, done that. John says, I would love to work out a schedule with everyone to where I could take a drive down on Saturday night and meet everybody. It's a 7-hour drive for me. And I know you had, I remember you saying you had long drive, John, because you're, coming from up north. Leslie says, doing fantastic, Cindy. Cindy's saying cool to Harvey 5. Larry says, didn't feel like going to 4 different drive-throughs again. I don't blame you. Last time I was on, you were going through, I think, 3 different drive-throughs to pacify everybody. James says, I want to say hi to the Harvey 5 and Cindy Lou Sue. Cindy Lou Who. Get tongue-tied. Leslie saying hello to James. John saying the price of gas went up 40 cents today here in Ohio. From $3.49 to $3. Really? It dropped 2 cents at my honey hole there in Pigeon Forge from yesterday to today. It was $3.07 yesterday and $3.05 today. I'm kind of surprised it went up, but unless if it's, I don't know. I know it's different state by state, and who knows how they figure these gas prices. Blows my mind sometimes, but I'm not going to get into that because I don't understand it enough to really say much. PB on the go, 17-hour drive for me, so I'd fly out there. Yeah, I don't blame you for flying because when we went to Disney World here 5 years ago, I drove straight back from there, and I done it 8.5 hours, which is actually good time. But by the time I got home, I said, boys, if we ever go again, I'm flying. Because I mean, I don't mind driving, But when it gets that long of a drive, it'll work on you. And I know it would now because I'm older. Uh, PB says last flew to Knoxville, rented a car. It was great. Yeah, yeah. I mean yeah. And then you don't have wear and tear on your own vehicle either. I mean, it might cost you a little bit more flying and then renting a car, but then in the long run, you're not having the wear and tear on your own car. And I kind of look at things that way too. That's just me. Uh, but then again, though, if I was to decide to just finally go out west, I would probably drive it though, just because I know when you're driving, you're getting to see more. But I wouldn't be in no hurry though either, because I'd be stopping a long way. I wouldn't be just making a beeline versus like what you'd be wanting to do from you leaving where you're at and driving 17 hours just to get where you're wanting to go. That's when, yeah, I'd be flying. I'd be flying. And I'm still thinking about flying west instead of driving on account of that reason too. But then again, I kind of want to see the scenery as I'm going out through there too. I don't know which way I'm going to do it yet. James says, anybody take out their kids or grandkids to any trunk and treat or any events last night? It's the only time of the year where I pretty much feel like somewhat of a kid again myself. Yeah, I'm right there with you, James. I mean, I had fun. I had fun scaring them and handing out the candy and doing stuff like that. I mean, I enjoyed the, is that YouTube's? I'm trying to figure out what that noise is. I don't know if that's her or not. Anyhow, but yeah, I enjoy the, watching the kids go trick or treating and handing out the candy and stuff. Cindy says, howdy to James. Gary says, since you wasn't home last night for trick or treat, did you notice I soaked your back windows? Now, who you asking that to, Gary? Did I miss something? I'm scrolling back. So your back windows. Yes, it makes a difference doing long trips. PB saying yes, it makes a difference doing long trips when you're not in a time schedule. Right. Lady says we took our little ones trick or treating last night. Dry Creek says Tootsie didn't like you dressing up. No. See, and I hadn't really told that yet. Yeah, boy, she don't like the mask. She don't like. I dress up as Michael Myers, and when I dressed up and when I got done, as far as before it got dark, I still had my because I went to the costume contest, and so after that I went back to the camper and I still dressed up, and I opened the camper door, and she was kind of at the door there, but then when she seen me in that mask or whatever, she barked, and then she started backing up a little bit, and then she'd bark or whatever. Well, then all I did was kind of lean my head forward a little bit, and boy, she went all to pieces on me, barked, backed up. She's ready to eat me up. She's ready to get me. But I quit torturing her though after I seen she was scared. I mean, she didn't like it. I don't know, Larry. I heard the noise again. I think it's her stomach or the way she's laying here. She's got her neck like on my leg, and it might be making her nose because her having that schnauzer in her. She'll breathe crazy sometimes, and I think that's what I'm hearing every now and again. Yeah, I'm talking about you. You give out from the drive today. You give out. Larry's laughing. No, I don't think she's passed gas because if she did, I'd smell it. Trust me. Yeah, Lordy. Angie, hey. Hey, Jeff and Tootsie, hope you had a great Halloween. I did. As far as Saturday at the campground, I was on the road yesterday as far as Halloween wise. But Saturday was my Halloween, and that whole day and night was fun. Yeah, I mean it really was. I enjoyed that. But yeah, we're back home now. Pretty much the campers. Well, I mean, camper is done till spring, till it warms back up to where I'm not like old Clark Griswold's father-in-law there, where he's freezing himself off when I have to get out of the camper. Uh, Dry Creek says hi to Angie, and PB on the go saying hey to Angie. But I mean, I'm glad to be back home. I'm just not glad to be back home knowing I'm here for a good little while now. I mean, granted, I know some of y'all know that I'm going to the beach for Thanksgiving, and then after that, I'm going to go back to Pigeon Forge. But me and Tootsie will be in a hotel, uh, and that's just cause I'm going back up there to meet up with my buddies and stuff that I already missed. But other than that, after that, yeah, I'll go back to Pigeon Forge, but it'll be at least January probably before it happens because December is going to be busy and I can't really do anything in December. I've about got something every weekend in December, especially with the Shrine Bowl uh, coming back now. Now that the COVID mess is finally, I guess, just not talked about or whatever, they're going to have a in-person football game, and I've never missed one of those. I've been going to that since I've been yelling in diapers, and I'm still keeping that tradition going. Now my brother don't go anymore, but I'm still going. It's just something we done every single year, and I never have missed a one. I've missed the fourth quarter, and that's it. And that was the year that when they had it in Charlotte, it had snowed and had a real bad ice storm, and there wasn't nobody hardly there. It was cold, and I made it up until the fourth quarter, and I said, "Boys, I'm going back to the camper." And we had like one of those drivable RVs, Winnebago, I think is what it was. And I went back to it and got back warm. But I've been to every Shrine Bowl since I've been born. Uh, and I know they're going to have it, as far as where we'll be able to go. And, they're going to have a game this year. I've heard about it, and I think got a notification about it on Facebook. Uh, but I got that in December. I've got that cemetery thing in December. We'll have the parade in December, and then of course Christmas is in December, and that's pretty much. So I say I've got something every weekend in December up until I guess New Year's, and I don't know what I'm gonna do for New Year's yet. I hadn't thought that far down the road yet. But other than that, that's I'm don't have a whole lot going on between now and Thanksgiving, other than just like I said, I'm gonna be getting caught up here around the house. I got a little bit of yard work to do. The leaves are coming down like crazy. So happy, happy, joy, joy. I get to blow leaves tomorrow. Yeah, PB. December's always crazy. You're right. And between the family meals that you go to, which I didn't mention, you got some of that stuff happening. Uh, so I pretty much December. I know not to make no plans with nobody because I know I've got all this other stuff that I have always done, pretty much. Larry says, hopefully after this next trip, I hope to be back in March. Right, and that'll work out too. Then if you and Leslie plan on coming back out in March, that'll work for me too because that's usually when I start back. Usually around St. Patrick's weekend. So if you can kind of keep that in the back of y'all's mind there, Leslie and Larry. Uh, it's I know it's always that third weekend. So depending on when Halloween, depending on when St. Patrick's Day falls, uh, the 17th there, it's whatever. I think if it's on a Wednesday, then it's the following weekend. But then if it's Tuesday or before, then it'll be that weekend before when they do that car show over there, if I'm not mistaken. Uh, PB on the go says, I hope to come next June and spend a couple of weeks in the Smokies. Okay, PB. I'm supposed to be there in June too. So hopefully, like I say, we'll keep doing these chats and everybody else's lives and just kind of keep reminding everybody when somebody's going to be there, and the ones that know that they're going to be in Pigeon Forge, then we can try to get something lined up on here to, to meet wherever, whether it's the Goat Coaster or Patriot Park or where Valley Farm. Of course, we ain't really jawed about it, but with me mentioning that though, I don't know if we'll be going back to Wares Park or not. I mean, it won't matter to me, but I just, with that fiasco that happened to us, I mean, that was crazy. But that's, like I said, we got videos about that. But like I say, we meet. I mean, I can't really have everybody come to my camper because I'm only allowed so many. Number one on the kind of rules. But other than that, though, Goat Coaster I know will hold us all, and any of those parks or wherever, heck, the island. We could all go to the island. I'll go play putt putt, ride go karts. Let's see. Harvey Five says my birthday's in December. December birthdays suck. Your birthday presents always combined with your Christmas presents. I've heard a lot of people that's got the birthdays, especially right there, right at Christmas. They hate having those birthdays because then, like you said, you got that, then gets combined with Christmas, and the darn parents hate it too. But then I'm like, well, parents, y'all the ones that planned it. You kind of can do math if you don't want it to happen near Christmas. I mean, I know there's some instances where you probably can't help it, but anyhow, y'all know what I'm talking about. Gary says, I'm coming to North Carolina in December. Winston-Salem, Burlington area. Isn't that a good day? Winston-Salem, no. I can be in Winston-Salem 2 hours, give or take. It's not too bad, not too far from me, because I can go up here and hit 421, and it runs me right into Winston-Salem. I won't say it's, might be a little less than 2 hours actually, especially me going to down 421. Burlington, no, I know Burlington's a little farther. So yeah, Burlington's on south of Winston, like southeast, if I'm thinking right. Wait a minute, why is my phone not sure? Hold on a minute, guys. Why is my? Because I've got it plugged up. Okay, now we got power going to it. All right, sorry about that. All right, let me get caught back up here. But yeah, I think Burlington's, I know it's south of Winston-Salem, and I think east, if I'm not mistaken. PB on the go says, yes, at Leslie, totally agree. Dry Creek Home Collections, and early January ones too, Leslie. You got enough for Christmas, I always got told. Oh, yeah, I hadn't, that's first. That is bad. Good Lord. Harvey Five says, yep, true. Angie Sue, St. Patrick's Day 2023 is on a Friday. My birthday weekend. Okay. I was thinking, because I thought it was on a Thursday last year. So yeah, it'll be Friday. It'll be Friday for next year. So yeah, it'll be that weekend then. The Harvey Five and Larry. That'll be the weekend that I'll probably, as far as first trip with the camper and all that good stuff. I hadn't got it booked yet, but I more likely will, because that's usually when I first go over, and I'll stay, probably for a week, something like that. PB on the go, most of the time my family forgets it's my birthday because they're so focused on Christmas. Bless your heart. Life of Mountain Folk, hello at Angie, Cindy, Luhu. I know the feeling. My birthday always falls on Father's Day, Cindy. Cindy who? Larry says, PB, are you in Missouri? Angie saying, hey to Life of Mountain Folk, how are you doing? PB says, oh no, it's Cindy. Uh, Cindy saying, like you in December, PB. And Fred saying, slow recovery, but home recovering at least. PB saying, I wish at Larry. No, I live in Omaha, Nebraska, but I travel a lot to Missouri. Okay. So you're in Omaha. I don't know if I knew that yet or not, PB, that you lived in Omaha. I knew it was out towards the west, but I don't know that if I knew that you were in Nebraska. Larry says, did you hear about the train derailment at Silver City? No, I haven't. Larry. I hadn't. I watched the news a little while ago, but it was the world news. I don't think they mentioned it. If they did, I missed that part. Uh, I know there was a shooting up north. They did tell that on the news where up New Jersey, I think, where two cops got shot or something. Dry Creek says, I seen that, Larry. Yeah, see, I've missed that. I'll probably try to catch it tonight. Angie says, take care, Life of Mountain Folk. Larry says, that was crazy. Virginia Alexander, hey, thanks for stopping in, Virginia. She says, just stopped to say hi, but the game just started. Who's playing? Well, no, it won't be NFL. Who's playing college ball tonight? I didn't know they played on Tuesday nights. PB on the Go says, yes, I did hear about that, Larry. I was just on that a few weeks ago. Wow. Yeah, I missed that. I didn't know about the PB saying hi to Virginia. Yeah, I didn't hear about the train derailment and stuff and everything. Yeah. Or you give up from the ride. Or you give up from the ride. Or you give up from the ride. Are you? Or you give up from the ride. Oh, I kicked that box again. Virginia says Houston Astros. Yeah, baseball. Baseball, got you. I forgot about that. Yeah, my team ain't in it, so I forgot about the World Series. Uh, who's uh, who's leading the series, Virginia? I mean, I'm just curious. I mean, I'm sure I'll see it on the news. Jeff, did you put a Christmas? No, Larry. You won't. If I decorate, it's gonna be Thanksgiving or after Thanksgiving, because it's just too early for me right now. I know y'all love it. I know that's what y'all talked about earlier today on Joshy's live show. I can't do it at least. I gotta wait till at least Thanksgiving. I want to celebrate Thanksgiving, and then I'll, home in on Christmas or whatever. Uh, but yeah, it's too early to start that. I mean, no offense. I know y'all guys love it, and I get that too because if I was to go like full blown decorations and do like you and Stacy and just light the place up, then yeah, I'd want to do it right now. So you got time to enjoy it, versus only having 4 weeks to enjoy it. But if I do anything though, yeah, I usually wait till at least after Thanksgiving, and then I don't take it down though till after New Year's. And I know a lot of people take it down like Christmas Day or the day after. Uh, Virginia says hi to PB on the Go, hi to Angie. John Esper, it's amazing how it can go from Halloween, October 31st, then at 12:01 a.m. on November 1st, everything's Christmas. Yeah, I know it. I know it. I saw on the news this morning before I started getting ready where old Mariah Carey, she done where she's dressed up like a witch or something or other, and all of a sudden, bam, she's in the, Santa Claus outfit or whatever you want to call it. uh, Virginia says each have won one game. Okay, so it's one. The series is 1-1. Thank you for that. Dry Creek says we usually don't until Thanksgiving weekend. Yeah, that's me too, Dry Creek. John says there are some radio stations up here in Ohio that are playing all Christmas music already. Yeah, I heard that on the news too. Also, I heard that on or on something. Uh, Cindy says, "Oh no, at John." Kentucky Leisure. Hey, thanks for coming in, Kentucky Leisure. Appreciate you stopping in. David Barlow. Now I know there's no picture with that, and I know you guys are like, "Who is David Barlow?" Uh, but Moon Pie says hello to Tootsie. So that is one of my buddies here locally. Matter of fact, I was with him tonight, uh, hanging out with him and saying hey and stuff. And he's got two dogs, and Moon Pie is like one of them wiener dogs, low to the ground and long or whatever. Sweetest thing. Love it to death. And hey, she's with David all the time, just like Tootsie is with me. I mean, if he gets in that truck, buddy, she's wanting to go with him. But I appreciate y'all chatting. I got y'all set up. I'm glad you're in here watching too. We're like, why did we do that? Why did we have to say something? I can hear them now. They're gonna give me ruckus. John Asper, I think everybody skips Thanksgiving and goes from Halloween to Christmas. Yeah, that's the reason I've always waited, Thanksgiving, because I feel like you're skipping Thanksgiving if you got Christmas on your mind. I'm petting you. Angie saying hi to Kentucky Leisure. William Smith, Thanksgiving before Christmas. I don't even listen to Christmas music until after Thanksgiving. All right, Jeff. I'm good, William. Thanks for coming in. And I do the same thing. I'll wait till at least Thanksgiving or after before I'll listen to any Christmas music and stuff. Because usually, I mentioned it in Josh and Stacy's life, I kick it off after I watch Old Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Because that's like a Thanksgiving movie. And that one, I laugh every year. I quote that whole movie just about. Just because it's funny. And so I try to watch that one every year. And then after that, that's when I'll get into the Christmas. And then I always look forward to Christmas Vacation and all that good stuff too. Cindy Lou who's saying hi to Kentucky Leisure. Kentucky Leisure saying I've just been watching and just listening to everyone for a while. Well, I mean, I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, if you want to chat, you chat. If you don't want to chat, you don't have to chat. I mean, that's what I told my buddy David Barlow. He, I got him to where he could chat if he wanted to, because when I first got him on, where he was on my channel or whatever, he watched it here, either my last live or the one before that, not counting the coaster. But he couldn't chat. And it's because he didn't have his YouTube set up all the way. And so when I was up there, I fixed that for him the last time. So now he can chat with us if he wants to. And so you'll probably see some corny, crazy comments from him too. I'm just going to give you a heads up. I mean, because I told him, I said, you can talk crazy, whatever. I don't care. Don't bother me a bit. Let's see. Cindy Lou who's saying hi to Kentucky Leisure saying I've just been. Oh, okay. Sorry, it didn't jump on me. Life of Mountain folks saying hey to William. Kentucky Leisure saying hi to Angie and Cindy. Cindy saying hi to William. William saying hello. Kentucky Leisure. We here at the house start watching of the now seasonal Hallmark Christmas movies after Thanksgiving, right? And I think the Hallmark's probably already started. Is that what you're saying? They've already started the Christmas stuff now, but you're waiting till Thanksgiving before you start watching that, because I know they do it all December as far as the Hallmark channel. And David's wife, she likes watching that stuff, but she'll wait. I know she waits till Thanksgiving or even in December before she'll start watching that, Hallmark Channel. Other than that, I mean, I figured Josh and Stacy come in, but like I said, though, if they don't, it's okay. I'll send him a text here in a little while, letting him know if he wants to go live. Then that way he'd be able to tonight, especially if Stacy is going to do what she's saying. Then that way we all can see and stuff. Tootsie, your head is like right in my head, but that's all right though. They want to see you versus me anyway. You rubbing your eye. Are you rubbing your eye? You rubbing your eye. Good girl. Yeah, I'm caught up right now at the moment too, but I mean, I hope he goes live if he does go live. Kentucky Leisure says, I know, they're kind of like chick flicks, but we like them just the same. Right, and I get that. I mean, I've watched a couple in my lifetime, but I've never been big on that as far as watching the Hallmark Channel. I mainly, and I don't care to admit it or whatever. Like I said, I'll watch Christmas Vacation, and of course, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles at Thanksgiving. But then, Christmas wise though, I'll watch Rudolph and Frosty Snowman. I don't give a rat's butt how old I am. I'm gonna watch that mess. I don't care. I enjoy it. It gets me into the spirit and stuff. But that's about all as far as Christmas wise that I watch. As far as that part. I mean, I've watched Scrooge before. I usually catch at a time or two or bits and pieces of it. I was trying to think if there was any others, but there's really not. It's mainly Christmas Vacation, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and Frosty Snowman, and Frosty Part 2, and Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. That's about the only ones that I'm kind of sort of, like watching every year. Most time, though, that's when I'm catching up on YouTube videos. At that time of year too, I'll catch up on a lot of like all y'all's videos and stuff. I'll start catching up on all y'all's channels and watching the videos and just binge it and stuff. Let's see. James says we already started watching the Hallmark Christmas movies last week. So they started last week. Boy, they really jumped the gun. PB on the Go was in Destin, Florida. What is Destin, Florida like? Good beaches. Heard a lot of good stuff about it. Yeah, as far as I know, it's still good. I've heard that it's went downhill a little bit in just certain areas. I think I'm telling that right. But now, from what Josh and Stacy's told me, though, Panama City's really where to go. Excuse me, really where to go now. It's Panama City, which is right below Destin. But I think Destin's still good. You just got to watch where you go in Destin now, I think. If I'm wrong, if somebody's in here that knows, correct me. Because I've never been. I've never been to neither one of them and stuff. What are you grabbing about? Right, William. I grew up on Rudolph too. That's why I'm still watching it. David Barr, tell him you watch me. Oh yeah. So that's Gloria. That's his wife Gloria typing, or either she's got him typing. Yeah, I watched the Macy's Day Parade. That's the kickoff part. Thanksgiving Day, I'm up. I'm usually fixing cinnamon toast because that's what Mom always done for us at Thanksgiving and at Christmas, and I like some cinnamon toast. So I get that, and then I sit down and I watch the Macy's Day Parade until it's over with. And then here the past few years, and it's because of this one, right after the Macy's Day Parade, then they do the dog show. And I've gotten into the dog show, and I don't know why other than because of her. But I enjoy watching the Purina dog show just to see who wins and stuff. You know, like I said, I'm crazy. I know it. Don't care. I'll tell you. James says, "Yep, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles are great movies. I saw recently that they're going to release a new cut, and it has 2 additional hours added to the movie. John Hughes, if you check originally, I have to check that out, James. For some reason I thought I'd heard that a while back or whatever. They was going to do another Planes, Trains, and Automobiles or something. And I could be wrong on that. Life of Mountain Folk, we watch all the classics as well. James says part two, John Hughes. Originally, I saw an interview made about 6.5 hours of the film, and of course, the studio said he had to cut it down under 2, but it's supposed to be out soon, extended. Okay, I'll have to look at it and see what I can and see when they release that stuff. Uh, Thanks for letting us know that, James. You know, I mean, for the ones that want to see it too. William says Panama City and Mexico Beach. Okay. Uh, let's see. Gary says the best Christmas movie is It's a Wonderful Life. I guess I should add White Christmas since Rosemary Clooney and George are from my hometown. Gotcha. Yeah, I've watched It's a Wonderful Life also. Now, it's been a few years since I've watched it, but I have seen that. I've seen that a couple of times. That's if I'm not mistaken, it's when every time a bell rings, angel gets its wings. I think that's that movie. If I'm wrong, let me know. Uh, William says you're right. Macy's is the kickoff. But yeah, that's it. Yeah. Uh, David said David's favorite. That's Gloria. I know that's Gloria typing. I think she's. I'm not sure exactly what she's answering there. Uh, I can. Yeah, I mean, I can tell that's Gloria typing though, because she'll do that with me on Facebook Messenger, and she might be talking about Moon Pie because that's his favorite dog out of the two. That's his partner in crime. Uh, William Smith says, started watching the dog show 3 years ago. Got to watch Dallas also. Yeah, now see, I'm done with the NFL. I've been done with the NFL for a couple years now, I guess. Whenever they started kneeling on the flag, that's when I said the heck with it. I don't understand. I get it that they've got the rights. I get it that you can do it. But what did the dadgum flag do to you? Why would you use the flag, the national anthem, to make a statement? Why? I mean, why? Just cause you can? I mean, that's fine, but why? You know, have a little bit of sense. I know I ain't right. Don't claim to be right. But geez, I don't see how anybody can agree with that. And I ain't gonna vent no more because I don't want to get into that. Uh, oh yeah, okay. She didn't type it all out. Uh, Fred says it's a wonderful life. So yeah, I appreciate that, Fred. But David says the Grinch stole Christmas is his favorite, and I forgot about the Grinch. I don't know why I forgot about it. Yeah, I watched that one too. I forgot about the Grinch stole Christmas, but I like that one. James says I'm definitely ready to see 2 more hours of John Candy and Steve Martin, and there's supposed to be that extended scene on the plane where he introduces himself. Oh Lord, yeah, I can't wait to see this either because I mean, like I said, that show it tickles me and stuff. And what's crazy is I was watching TV the other day, and there's one of them darn talk shows that come on after the news or something, and I just happened to be in the camper, and it caught my attention because one of the girls, I think it's on Ryan and Kelly, and it's just because of the channel that I had it on or something. Uh, she says they're talking about having babies for some reason, but she made a comment. She says It's like that movie where she says it comes out sideways, and she never even made a sound. Well, hell, I knew what movie that she was talking about, but she couldn't remember what the name of the movie was. I was like, yeah, I knew it right off the bat. Yeah, and Christmas Story. Yeah, that's a definite. Yeah, as far as and I don't know why I didn't mention that one either. Christmas Vacation and Christmas Story. You'll shoot your eye out. Yeah, that's the two classics. Uh, let's see. David said good. PB on the go. What about Elf? I've watched Elf. It's all right. I mean, I've seen it the one time, but it's not a go to of mine. But if it's on, I'll watch it. Okay. Good night, David. Yeah, I know y'all are going to bed here in a little bit. I know you got to get up in the morning. Thanks for coming in and chatting, though. I appreciate that, even though I just saw you a little while ago. William Smith says it happened on Fifth Avenue. It's another one I like. Okay, I don't know if I've seen that one. Life of Mountain Folk, Christmas with the Cranks. Yeah, I hadn't watched that one. Angie Sue, I like Elf the movie too. PB on the go. I've seen the Elf. That's. And then what's the? There is another one, a good Christmas movie. With the old Home Improvement dude, where he becomes Santa Claus. So what's the name of that one? I can't think of that. I like watching that one too with Tim Allen. Let's see, James said yes, Fred, with the Cranks is very funny. I think they have a free version on YouTube right now. Well, that's cool, James. I might have to go check that one out then. Yes, the Santa Claus. That's it. That's what it's called, the Santa Claus. Thanks, PB on the go. Yeah, I like watching that one too. That one's pretty good. But it's not, if it's on, but it's not a have to with me. The ones that I've named I pretty much, I either watch them on YouTube or I'll watch them somehow or another to where I can watch them and, get to see it every year. Yeah, Angie Sue, that's right, the Santa Claus. And I think there's a part two, isn't there? I think there's a Santa Claus #2. I think I watched that one time, if I remember right. Yeah, PB on the go, Santa Claus with Tim Allen. Yeah, I know when you said Santa Claus, PB, I knew what you mean. That's the name I couldn't think of for some reason right off the top of my head. I wonder why I don't have the little. I got it up there though. Well, I'm just now an hour. Charlie, what's up, Elvis? Thanks for coming in, buddy. I didn't get to run back into you while I was over there because I was wanting to go to your cabin or camper, and check out your camper and everything, and just I never did find the stinking time to do it. Of course, brought the golf cart home yesterday and then the camper today, but other than that, I was trying to get to see you again. I know I missed you at the goat coaster. I knew I told you about it or whatever, but you said that you didn't know if you'd be able to make it or not. But anyhow, thanks for coming in, though. I appreciate it. Yeah, Little Drummer Boys. I don't know if I've seen. I know what you're talking about for Life of Mountain Folk, but I don't know if I've watched that one or not. Cindy Lou, who says Christmas Stories is a Grinch, along with It's a Wonderful Life. And see, and I've seen A Wonderful Life, but it's not a go-to of mine. So I can't. It's not one of them where I'm going to watch it every year. Top deals. You're right, Charlie. I'll be back before long. I'm planning on coming back over right after Thanksgiving. Excuse me, but I'll try to get up then. I got to quit drinking that. That's rude as heck doing this on live TV or live YouTube. Jeez, I feel awful now. Leslie's probably gonna laugh at me now too. PB saying, hey to Elvis. Cindy Lou, who says 2 and 3. He has a new one coming out this Christmas also, the Santa Claus. Really? I say, I don't guess I've seen 3 then. And then he's going to have a 4th one? I've seen 1 and 2, but I didn't know there was a 3 and then soon to be a 4th. Leslie says, love all those, Cindy. Uh, Charlie is saying hey to Life of Mountain Folk. Cindy saying exactly, Leslie. James is saying Tim Allen just did a new Santa Claus movie, but it's on the Disney Channel. Okay. Uh, Charlie saying hi to PV. Leslie says, what's it called, James? Uh, and then Fred saying, doing okay to Charlie Rivera, to Elvis. But yeah, that's usually my game plan for the month of Christmas. Is I usually hit Rudolph and Frosty first, then I'll go to Christmas Vacation, and then the Christmas Story. I usually hit it the night before Christmas because that's when they do that 24-hour. So that's when I'm seeing that and watching that. That's when I'm hitting that movie. Cindy saying hi to Charlie. Kentucky Leisure saying goodbye. I'll have to go. Well, thank you, Kentucky Leisure, for coming in. I appreciate you coming in tonight, and I'll hopefully see y'all again next week. Also, I'm trying to do this every Tuesday. Charlie says hi to Cindy. Cindy saying good night to Kentucky Leisure. The Harvey Five says, what about Charlie Brown, Jeff? That's one of our traditions. And I thought about Charlie Brown, but I do the Halloween one of Charlie Brown more than I do the Christmas one, to be honest with you. I don't know why that is, but if I see it, I'll see it. But it's mainly just Rudolph and Frosty as far as cartoon wise. But like I said, though, I'll do the Charlie Brown's Halloween. I'll usually see that one every year. I don't think I got to see it this year, but I know how I can watch it. Let's see. Angie says goodnight to Kentucky Leisure. Leisure says we do both. I also love the Thanksgiving Charlie Brown. Yeah, see, and I can honestly say if I've seen the Thanksgiving Charlie Brown. I know there is one, but I don't know if I've watched that one or only just seen bits and pieces. Charlie says, I had 4 people wanting to buy my Cadillac Eldorado today. Wow. Yeah, I know, and you're not going to part with it either, unless you get the right offer, you might want to jerk her hand off, but I know it's going to be hard for you to part ways with that caddy, and I can understand that. Fred says, we watched them all at the Harvey Five. Yeah, I usually, as far as the Charlie Brown ones, it's usually just the Halloween for me. I don't know why that is. I guess because that's really the only one that I was watching growing up, because we never did see the Thanksgiving Day one, and then the Christmas one, it was just, I guess, whenever we happened to catch it. Charlie says, no way, buddy. Yeah, I know, Charlie. I know. Harvey Five says, us too, Fred. But yeah, that's the ones, though, like I say, that I know there's a lot more out there to watch and stuff like that, but I've only just got the certain ones that it's my go-to, and that's the ones I do. John Esper says, does anybody know what happens to Bob from All About the Smokies Bus? I didn't think to ask Eric about him when I saw Eric and Brittany while I was over there. I ran into him at Walmart, and we talked for a good little while. But I didn't think to ask him about Bob. But I think, from what I got told a few months ago, or whatever, I know he wasn't going to come to the Smokies like he was. He was going to venture out somewhere else. that's all I really know. I don't. I hadn't. I'll see if I can ask Eric, get a hold of Eric, and ask him. Uh, I know they still talk to each other. I'm pretty sure because they play Fortnite together or something. Uh, but I think Bob uh, is gonna like go on a. He's gonna go like a different direction with his channel. I think, and I could be telling this wrong. I could be telling this wrong. So take that with a grain of salt. And if Bob watches this and I'm saying something wrong or telling something wrong, I apologize. But I know I got told as far as I'm pretty sure you weren't gonna come down as much or video as much when you come to the Smokies. Uh, let's see. John says, let's see. Leslie says, I'm friends with Bob. I believe he's just taking a break from all the traveling. Yeah, I, I think you're right, Leslie, and I forgot about that part too. John says, I know Bob lives up here in Ohio, about an hour south of me. That's right, John. Cindy says, John, Bob wrote on YouTube that he was being very busy and will be back. And will be back. Yeah, and that's what I say. I think he's went on a different adventure at the moment or something. I knew there was something up uh, with why everybody was asking stuff because I knew from what I'd got told, I knew he's going to take a break or do something different or something of that nature. Uh, but yeah, he should be back though. Yeah, I don't think he's like quitting it altogether. Uh, PB on the go. I know Bob was going on a Missouri trip also, right? Yeah, so he's doing or mission trip. Sorry, mission trip. Because I was getting ready to say, I know he's doing a lot of the mission trips and stuff. I know he's doing that. Uh, I just know as far as with the Smokies, I think he felt like he wanted to try to film somewhere else for a while, see how that would go. But I could be wrong on that too. That could have been his thoughts at that time, and then now he's just staying busy with the missions and whatever else he's got, going on up there also. All right, Leslie said, yeah, he did go on a mission trip. Okay, so I'm at least telling some of this somewhat right. Then I feel better about it now. Because I mean, like I said, I got told this months ago, but I just never thought nothing of it, a whole lot. Uh, John says I miss all his hotel reviews. Yeah, I know it. I know it. I mean, Bob, he could do some hotel reviews, buddy. I mean, he'd get down to the nitty gritty, no pun intended. And I mean, he would just, every nook and cranny, but he didn't leave nothing out. He wanted people to know what they was gonna be walking into if they stayed at such and such hotel. And I mean that was a good. I mean, he had it going on good doing that. Jimmy says hello to PB on the go. Cindy says hey to Jimmy. Jimmy says hey Charlie, what's up, buddy? Uh, Jimmy saying hey to Cindy. PB saying hey to Jimmy. And Angie Sue saying hey to Jimmy. So you must be back in here now, Jimmy. And the reason I'm saying Jimmy, and I doubt I'll mention this anymore because most of y'all's in here, and the ones that's not already know this anyway. Uh, but Jim Spencer, though, he really goes by Jimmy. And I've gotten on to him to tell him that I've told him how to do it, but he don't really know how to do it. So I told him, I said, you need to get your wife to go in there and change it to where it says Jimmy Spencer instead of Jim. But I just, like I said, I'm just giving him a hard time. But he goes by Jimmy, though, and that's why I say Jimmy instead of Jim. Just trying to be polite. Jimmy says hello to Angie. Charlie Rivera. Jim, how are you? My wife is on the way back down here, and she's in Winchester, Virginia overnight. Okay, so his wife went up to see her family, and now she's coming back and then staying. I guess that's halfway in Virginia, and then gonna be back to Charlie tomorrow. I guess if I'm reading that right, because I know her family lives up towards your way, Jimmy. If I'm not mistaken, from what Charlie's told me. Hey Charlie, while you're in here, you gonna be at your camper for Thanksgiving, or you gonna be up north with your wife and her family for Thanksgiving? What's your plans for Thanksgiving? Just curious, and you don't have to answer if you don't want to. Uh, we've all been jawing about Thanksgiving plans and telling everybody what everybody's plans were and stuff. Um, so I figured while you is in here, I'd see where you stood, what your plans were for Thanksgiving. And if y'all can hear my echo, let me know. I turned it down again because I thought, well, that's pretty loud. Yep, her dad here in Tennessee for sure. All right, now Charlie, are you answering my question with that uh, text as far as you gonna be at your camper for Thanksgiving? Is that what you're saying or meaning by that, bud? Jimmy says, "Well, Charlie, I hope your wife ain't on Route 7 because I'm paving Route 7 tonight in Winchester." Oh Lord, yeah, oh Lord, she gonna be like me and get stuck in construction. Of course, it's not paving where they're doing. It's a darn new bridge. They're putting a new bridge. And it's like I was telling Joshy last night. They done it up there at exit 7, but the bridge they were replacing, it was an exit. So they were just shooting you off the exit and then coming back on, shooting you off the ramp and then back on the ramp, however you want to say it, using the on and off ramps. Well, I mean, as far as to divert the traffic. Well, this bridge they're doing now doesn't have a on and off ramp. You're just going across the water. So they're having to build a whole completely new one, and they finally now got it down to where it's only one lane through there because they're at the stage where I guess they gotta drop us a lane, and I don't know why yet, but they just started that yesterday, and it's gonna be a mess for a while if anybody has to come from east side of 40 interstate, headed west. You're gonna run into that for I guess the next few months, probably till May again, like the last one that they just finished back in May. Uh, I'd say this one's going to be May also. I hadn't seen any signs yet; they hadn't told, uh, but I'm hoping it's at least done by then because that's going to be a headache for me. Uh, let's see. Charlie saying yes. Okay, Charlie. Jimmy saying Jeff and Tootsie, we're spending Thanksgiving in Tennessee. All right, cool. Are you gonna be Jimmy? You gonna be what's your days as far as when you're saying Thanksgiving? I mean, are you gonna be down like for Thanksgiving? Or are you coming the day after or before it? And then I guess how long you staying? What's your days you're gonna be there? Dry Creek says we're back. Sorry, had to take care of some orders. I understand that, Dry Creek. I know y'all got stuff going on. You're an hour different as far as time versus me, so it's not even 8 o'clock where y'all are at. Uh, at least I'm guessing, because I know after next weekend you might be in the same time zone as me because I know Indianapolis doesn't observe the daylight savings, and I know there's a little section up there where y'all are at that gets on the same time as me for till it changes again. Uh, PB on the go says, "How far are you from Pigeon Forge?" I am. I still forget and I actually thought about that yesterday and still forgot it though, where I was going to do my trip meter. But past memory, I'm 160 ish miles from my home to Pigeon Forge. Like I said, if I'm not pulling something, I can do it in 2.5 hours. Yesterday, I've done it in 2 hours and 15 minutes when I went back, without pulling anything. But when I'm pulling something, it's usually a 3 hour drive as far as time wise. Mileage wise, though, it's 160 ish, something like that, if I'm not mistaken. Uh, let's see. Charlie says she just sleeping there tonight, then on 81. Okay, so she just right. I figured she'd just right off interstate. William says good night, everybody. Thank you, William. Thanks for coming in. Dry Creek says we're same time. Are you same time right now, or after this weekend, or are you in the same time zone as I'm in right now too? I guess is what I'm asking. Charlie Purveyor says hi to Dry Creek. Dry Creek saying hi to Charlie. John saying it's 8:50 here in Ohio. Okay, well, I mean you're on that other side of the time zone. I mean, because I know, yeah, that's right. Ohio, yeah, it would be, because I know Cincinnati's still in the same time zone as we are, if I'm not mistaken. Jim says I'll text you as soon as we get into. I'll text you as soon as we get to the house. You gonna text me, Jimmy, or you're never mind. Yeah. See, I get reading comments and then I get train of thought. Yeah, text me your days. That's fine. Yeah, you don't have to tell them here if you don't want to. Yeah, just text me your days. Dry Creek says same time right now. Okay. Now, will y'all, Robin Denise, will y'all next weekend? Will y'all fall back like we do, or are you the like Indianapolis where they don't change at all? Cindy says good night at William, or good night to William. Yeah, we will fall back. Okay, so y'all are in the same thing. Well, that's so you're on the. Make Let me know if I'm telling this right, Rob. Y'all are on the because I know that line splits up through Indy somewhere along the lines in there. So y'all are on the east side or eastern part of Indiana as far as the state. Am I telling that right? I mean, I know you've told me kind of where you live up there, but I'm guessing that with you being in the same time zone as what I'm in, because that's what's crazy. They're all the way up there, but then you got TME TV, which is right below them, pretty much straight. But yet they're an hour difference, and I know it changes right there, right after. I think it's either right before Nashville. Yeah, it's right before Nashville. You got the time zone that goes right through there, but then it gets crooked and shoots over to the left of the state of Indiana, if I'm not mistaken. Charlie says, Jim, you got to drive that Chevelle down here, buddy. Yeah, I know it. I think he's trying to, Charlie. I know he's been working on it and everything. Jimmy says, shoot, Charlie, I ain't drove it too much this summer. Cost $100 for 5 gallons of fuel. Yeah, Jimmy, I don't blame you on that. I mean, it's crazy what it costs to drive those cars nowadays. James says, above link is about planes and trains. I don't see the link. I don't see the link though, James. I don't. If you're talking about if you put the link in here or something to that, I don't see it. It's not showing up on mine or the. Okay, I see. No, that's Fred saying he's having to go. He's telling everybody good night. So yeah, good night, Fred. You get some rest. You get to feel better. I'll look at your message here in a little bit. I just hadn't done it yet because I'm on the live show, but I'll check out your message here in a little bit. I'm not going to be on here much longer anyway because that way if Josh wants to go live, because it's coming up on 9 o'clock, so that way if he wants to go live, we'll be able to have time to go over there. Everybody's telling Life of Mountain Folk good night. PB saying take care, Fred. James is saying good night, Fred, to feel better. Angie Sue saying good night to Fred and Connie. But let's see, back to what was we oh yeah, if you got like these muscle cars, it costs a fortune to drive them things around because they burn the fuel so quick. But I didn't see he said he put the link up and I either missed it. I went back to look. I didn't see the link. So as far as to go to that. I'll look it up on YouTube, Bo. I'll just type in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles extended version, see what pops up, see what I can find, what they tell about it. Yeah, I know. Ed, hey Ed, thanks for coming in. Of course, you're coming in on the tail end of it though, because I'm getting ready to get off here. I've been on for an hour and a half, and I usually do an hour and a half. Because I think Joshy mentioned something about he might go live tonight too, and that way I can go ahead and hop off here, and that way if he wants to go live, then we'll all get on his channel and we'll chat it up over on his channel. Let's see. Ed says, hey Jeff, I'm glad you and Tootsie had a safe trip back home. We've been here all night watching the program. We got our ears on. Just wanted to let you know we were in here. Yeah, I appreciate that, Ed. Yeah, you don't have to chat. I mean, a lot of my buddies will just get in here and just listen too, because you might have something you need to be doing, but you'll listen. And I'm fine with that too. Yeah, you don't have to chit chat as far as, I mean, I like it when everybody talks because then it gives me something to talk about. But yeah, y'all listen, y'all chat, whatever. It's free and easy in this channel. It is what it is. Charlie says, Jeff, get that Corvette going, buddy. Jimmy says, Jeff and Tootsie, I'm going to leave this thing running. I got to get back to work, buddy. Have a good one. Hey, I appreciate that, Jimmy. I mean, like I said, I'm getting ready to get off here anyway. Tootsie's getting antsy now. She's probably ready to eat some bites. Like I said, I've been on here an hour and a half almost, or right. Yeah, just 2 minutes shy of it. So yeah, y'all go do what y'all need to do. Ed says want to also say hello to Dry Creek. Dry Creek saying hello back to Ed Griffin. But yeah, I appreciate all y'all coming in and chit chatting. And Ed's wanting to say hey to Jimmy right quick. But I appreciate y'all coming in and chit chatting, watching, listening, scratching your butt, whatever. I don't know how many people's gonna laugh at that, but anyhow. I appreciate that, Angie. Yeah, I mean, if y'all want to hit the thumbs up, that's fine. You hit the thumbs down. You can flip me the bird. It is what it is. I'm in here to have fun with the ones that want to have fun. That's why I like doing this. And I know the ones that like having fun. So that's all that matters to me. So, but like I said, though, I appreciate everybody coming in and chatting. Cindy, yeah, you too. Thank you. You have a great night also. And yeah, me and Tootsie will see you again though soon. We'll see you again soon. Tootsie, you want to tell them bye right quick? You want to tell them bye? Yeah, you want to tell them bye? Look right there. Oh, there you go. Now right here. See that? Yeah, that's you. That's you. But we'll say good night to everybody. And we'll see you next week, if not before. Never know with me. Bye, guys. Oh, let's see.